Now, I hinted at this earlier today, but let me say it explicitly now. An argument is something very particular, and it isn't just an opinion. If you say there is no God, that's not an argument. That's a point of view. It might be a conclusion if you have reasons that led you to that point. Think of an argument like a house. House has got a roof, and it's got walls that support the roof. If the walls are strong and sturdy, then the roof is supported. If they are not, the roof falls down. An argument is like that. The roof would be the point of view. There is no God. Now, what supports that conclusion? That is, what is the evidence? What are the reasons? Whatever. What are the walls? The walls are the supporting evidences, what make up the argument. And in any given argument, you have to figure out what those two things are. The point of view. What do you mean by that? Remember that from earlier today? And the reasons for the point of view. How did you come to that conclusion? So whenever you encounter a challenge, you can break the challenge down, whether it comes in a book or whether it comes on a TV show or just somebody having a conversation with you. You break it down and you try to focus in on exactly what is the person claiming to be so and what precisely are their reasons that they believe it is so. Once you get the argument in front of you, then you can look at it. Christians hear a person like Christopher Hitchens, and he goes on and rattles and this and that and the other thing, and they get really nervous and upset and scared. I said, don't be scared. Just listen to what he says. No, you might have to get a tape recorder. You might have to outline his book or something. It might take a while to separate the wheat from the chaff, the nonsense from the real argument. Get the real argument in front of you, though, and when you do, then you'll have an opportunity to examine it. So clear the brush, then ask about the house. What is the argument? What are the reasons for the point of view? Now, Christopher Hitchens, I don't know, a month or so ago, debated a friend of mine, J. Wesley Richards. He wrote the book, The Privileged Planet, which is and there's a DVD that goes with it. It's a very, very powerful argument for the existence of God based on cosmology, design. It's superb. It's the best thing going if you want one single thing. You get this DVD, you just pop it into your television, and you push the button, and you have your friend just sit down and just watch it, and then talk with them about it later. It's really sensational. Anyway, so here's Jay Richards, who is the Christian theist, and there's Christopher Hitchens. And Hitchens gets up first, and Hitchens does his number with all his nonsense and his ideas, and he's throwing all this stuff up. But Jay has his turn. He's starting to talk, and then he's talking for a little while, and then Hitchens interrupts him. And Hitchens make this point, and I think we have a slide for this. Hitchens says, do you believe that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin? Do you believe that he resurrected from the dead? Now, he's interrupted my friend, Jay Richards. So Jay, all right, stops, and he says, well, yeah, I do believe in the virgin birth, and I do believe in the resurrection. And Hitchens says, I rest my case. He's sitting there. I rest my case. This is an honest guy who has just made it very clear that science has nothing to do with his worldview. Now, this is rhetorically powerful. It's clever. But here's my question. You just said you rested your case. What case would that be?